Why would motorcyclists do this? I have no idea. Well, I guess I do know why they would do it. I wouldn't do it. Well, maybe I would. And yeah, I can understand why they would do it. Anyways, let's get into it. So I discovered a new YouTube channel yesterday, and forgive me, I forget the guy's name. It's like Womboat or Wombat, or so. I'll leave the link down below. And he was going over the things he hates about motorcycling. Now, when I first started listening to it, first I laughed because I thought of Shane Gillis's bit about speaking Australian.
I'm actually very dark and twisted. No, you're not. You're Australian. You sound funny.
Now, this guy's from Australia, obviously. So at first I was kind of trying to figure out how he was riding on the road, because I guess I knew they rode on the opposite side, but I don't know. I thought it was more of a British thing. But besides the point, he was going over the different things that he hates about riding a motorcycle. And I'm like, hey, that's a good idea of something, a video idea for me. I'll make a video about what I hate about motorcycling. But then I'm like, the only thing I hate about motorcycling is I live in Canada, and when it's winter, I can't ride a motorcycle. I mean, I plan to ride my motorcycles this year in the winter and not fully winterize them. But let me show you something. So this is my driveway after a few dumpings of snow. I can't get it fully shoveled, and our road isn't, so I'm not taking the bikes anywhere. But this is what I want to show you. Here is our snowbank. Just for reference, I'm 5'9.5", maybe 3/4. This is about 5 feet tall. Now we do push the snow all over because this is too small for this to house the snow. And forgive me, it's pretty cold out. It's like minus 16 right now, so I'm gonna get back in the garage. And this is how Canadian we are. I got a fake ice shooting pad so my son can take some shots for hockey. And if you're all wondering, twice, but the camera only caught it once. Now, before I ramble on too long, when he was going through his list of things he hates, one of the things is riding in a group with erratic riders. And what he meant by that is guys that get mad at motor or cars and punch off their mirrors and get yelling at people in cars and everything. And that's when I was watching this, I was like, that's what I should do a video on, is why do motorcyclists do this? For the life of me, I can't understand why anyone would punch off someone's mirror. Now, actually, correction, I understand why they would want to do that. I just don't understand why they do it. Now, we've all had those close run-ins with cars where, a car's come out, almost hit us, swerved over towards us, and, almost sideswipe us. And, it's upsetting because we could lose our lives, or, at the very least, go down and get some really gnarly road rash. We could also do that on our own. But for the life of me, I can't understand getting so mad that you would go and smash off their mirror. Now, again, I understand wanting to. Actually going ahead and doing it is where it's like, I can't see doing that. Again, I can understand wanting to, but going ahead and doing it. Now, getting mad because someone has almost sideswiped you and knocked you off your bike or T-boned you or whatever the case may be, getting angry about that, yes, and then going and smashing their car or something like that, you do realize they just almost hit you with a car that could have ended your life, and you're going to go and hit their car to give them reason to actually hit you? Now, again, they shouldn't have done what they've done, and maybe they done it on purpose or whatever, but a little, and you're gone. So I just don't understand why you would provoke someone that could kill you with their, 2,000, 3,000 pound car when you're on a motorcycle and you're, at the mercy of the element. Now, the only real story I have encountering this is actually when I didn't technically have my M2 license yet. Well, not technically. I didn't have my M2 license. And I was riding my Harley. Again, this is, maybe 4 months into riding. And didn't have insurance because I didn't have my M2 license. But I had put enough kilometers on this that this thing needed an oil change. So I was actually taking it to the dealership because I got lifetime oil changes on the bike when I bought the bike. Anyways, I was heading out there and still new rider, scared as hell, going up, and I was going into a lane to make a left-hand turn. Not very many people around, and I was going in, slowing down, and I guess I was not speeding up enough to make the light. So the guy behind me, and he was in like a convertible Ferrari, nice car, red, of course, Ferrari. He got pissed off, honked his horn, and came flying around me. And first he almost hit me in the back tire. Then he almost sideswiped me. And then he got in front, and he wasn't going to make the light anyways. And he slammed on his brakes, and I had to stop. Now, he's in a convertible with the top down, and I'm sitting there on my bike right behind him. Now, this guy doesn't know, like, what I might do, but I guess he probably knows that I wasn't driving very good. So maybe he knew I was a newbie and I wouldn't have done anything anyways because, at that point I probably didn't even know how to put the kickstand down, jiffy stand. But I'm sitting there. He's there in his convertible with the top down. Now, that's a perfect example of where I could have got off my bike and went over and talked to him about, hey, what are you doing? You're going to get me killed. You're going to get someone else killed. Like, why? Because you want to be in front of me at the stoplight? You could have got ahead of me once we went through the stoplight. But anyways, I'm not going to do that because, yes, he's in a nice car. But again, all he has to do is give me one of these and there I go off my bike into the bush or into a tree or whatever. Like, I just don't understand why motorcyclists do it. I guess I do understand why they want to do it. I just don't understand doing it because nothing but bad things can happen. I did get down a rabbit hole of looking at all these different bikers doing this, car or biker versus bad driver or whatever. There's so many of them where they smash it and then they hightail it off and the car can't catch them. So that makes a little bit more sense. But even then, like, I'll see a guy smash a mirror and then he takes off and he's doing the lane splitting through a residential area with, kids could be running out in front of these cars. Like, I just, maybe it's the old man in me. And I have laid back in my older years. Maybe that's what it is. But yeah, for the life of me, I can't understand picking a fight with a car when you're on a motorcycle. Again, I understand wanting to pick a fight, but I can't understand actually doing it. Anyways, until next time, later.